Aloha, my fellow adventurers. Sevenadventure here. And today, well, you can see what we're doing. We're doing the Clay Civilizations project again. This is Season 2, finally. I've actually devoted myself to something, and we're actually getting on with the second season. You can see that we have world edit in this. You can see that we have new sounds added into the game, which can be really annoying, and they add meteors, which blow everything up, but that's another topic for another time. Anyway, this is the, this is CCP 2. So if we look on the main map here, you can see that we have 4 colors this time. We have the yellow equalists, or equalists, the light blue glass mages, the red stone assassins, and the green stonemasons. And if you'd like, we can kind of come up with backstories along the way. I know that the light blue glass mages are going to be coming from, you know, kind of this oceany area. They're very well versed in magic, and yeah, the yellow equalists are just kind of missionaries, I would think, kind of like travelers. They don't really have a home. They've just kind of recently settled down to prosper. The redstone assassins, very well versed in the ways of war, and are very speedy, sneaky sons of bitches. And the green stonemasons, expert builders, and really into upgrading their civilizations. So you see that we have a large variety of biomes surrounding our areas, and we have something new in the season, which is ruins and neutral civilizations. So we'll get to those in a minute. For now, I want to show you what each of the colors has been up to. So yellow has been here. They are they're concerned, I mean, pretty much at this point, episode 1, everyone's going to be concerned with gathering the basic essential resources. That's going to be wood, stone, and iron if they can manage it. And you can see the yellow already has an upgraded pickaxe and axe, so they're going to be putting their resource points to the test. They're going to be getting stuff at a pretty quick rate. Let's go over some good things that they have. They have pigs, so that's going to be good for the future. They have chickens, so they'll have access to feathers. If you don't remember, feathers are going to make them be able to drop from heights and not take any damage, so that could be a pretty cool strategical advantage for them. Of course, that is only one chicken. I'm sure there's some others around here. Right under here, we have a cave system, and this one's actually pretty cool. We got the basic coal, iron, there's some tin and copper and mixed ore and stuff like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all that in the future, but it's here. Yeah, here's some iron. And yeah, this is the end of the cave. It's not really too impressive, but at least they have a cave. I think some other civilizations don't have access to this kind of thing. Did you hear that? That was a meteor. That was one of these things. These things fall all the time and blow shit up. And they, like, instantly kill clay soldiers, and it's super annoying. You see these bright clay soldiers, those are ones that have taken in eggs, so now they're invisible, which kind of sucks. When yellow actually becomes attacked, I'm going to need to kill all the soldiers and respawn them, because invisible soldiers are basically indestructible. Like, other soldiers can't even see them, so they will never attack them, and it's just not very fair. You're probably wondering what the hell I'm picking up right now. It's poop. Yeah. All these, the meteors, the new sounds, the poop, all that is from a mod, I think it's Bodcore, something like that, that is required to have the medieval, what's it called here? Ah yes, medieval agriculture mod. So you can see here in the medieval agriculture section, we have different leaves, different trees, things like water wheels, windmills. But the reason I actually got it is because mustard seed, sesame seed, more seeds, chickpeas, radishes, millet, all this kind of stuff. When the civilizations make farms, I don't want it to always be wheat. I think it would be cool if they had a mixture of like rye and chickpeas. You know, artichoke, cabbage, and peas, that kind of stuff. So that immersion was something that I wanted to go for. So yeah, you can see what yellow has here. A little bit of iron, a little bit of wood, a little bit of stone. They're working on this tree, and yeah, let's move on to the next civilization. Actually, before we do that, I want to go over what's near them. So if we look around on the map here, you can actually see that yellow is the furthest from anything else. These ruins, Ruin 4, Ruins 5, those are going to be places where there are chests underground in spawn rooms, or they're randomly generated structures that have chests in them that I've replaced with things, and basically there's going to be some zombie clay soldiers guarding the way. So this is now an option for the civilizations to exploit. They can go through these ruins and get some extra loot, but they might be a little challenge to get to. Before we move on to the next civilization, the light blue glass mages, I want to go over a neutral civilization. So let's take a trip to the Tholans. If I haven't mentioned this already, I'm very sick. Again, I'm always sick. I don't like it. It's not fair. It's not okay. Anyway, this is an example of a neutral civilization, so you can see that we have... Oh yeah, I think I'm going to kill these guys. But for now, we have this structure that's actually spawned inside of this one. It's very weird. Did I actually complete this? No, I don't think I did. So what I'm going to do when I actually care enough to do it, or maybe when yellow comes to attack it, if they do, is basically this is a village, and it's not going to have villagers, it's going to have gray clay soldiers, which I thought I did for all the civilizations. Huh, I guess not. Anyway, so this village, when taken over, is going to give the winning civilization plus 15 maximum population, and these are the stats about the thing. There's going to be 9 gray defenders here to guard the base. There's going to be a raid produced every 30 turns. That raid is going to consist of 1 raider, and they're going to be, you know, fairly well-versed in things, mostly well-versed in armor. That's what the WAM is for. Weapons, level 2, armor, level 4, magic, level 0, and they have 10 training points to disperse between those 3 things. So that's how that looks. I don't want this first video to be too long, so I'm going to move on. But basically 30 turns. So episode 10 is when they're going to be able to make a raider to go out and try to destroy yellow. It's only going to be 1 raider, so it's not going to be that terrible. But yeah, if yellow takes over this base, then also they can start producing units from this base, and that could be strategically advantageous as well. So let's move on to the light blue mages. Light blue mages, as you can see, first of all, are definitely more surrounded than yellow. They have Ruins 9, Ruins 2, Ruins 8, Ruins 11, Ruins 10, Ruins 3. There's a lot of ruins around them, which might be really good for them. But there's also the Tustar, the Alkirk, and the Falcord. These are 3 more neutral civilizations that every 20, 40, 50 turns they're going to be sending out some units to try to destroy the nearest civilization. In this case, that is definitely light blue. So light blue might have a big disadvantage going for them, but if they can take over these neutral civs, they're definitely going to have an advantage, because they're going to be able to produce more units, they're going to have greater maximum population, they're going to get the loot. It's going to be a good situation all around if they can overcome the challenge. So let's check out what they're doing. So these are the light blue glass mages. I have to say that they're glass because they are light blue, but there's glass variants, if you didn't know, in the Clay Soldiers mod. That's what they look like. I think they look pretty cool, and I think they go well with the kind of watery theme as they kill themselves in these trees. Where are you dying? What the heck? What is happening right now? Shame on you. Shame on you. What are you doing? He looks at me in the last frame. Whatever. Anyway, the point is, yeah, these are the light blue glass mages, and you might be wondering what they're working on. Well, they're destroying this tree. They have some wood. They do not have very good resourcefulness. So if we look in here, they've only made the basic tools. They have found a magical flower, which will be good because they're going to be trying to make alchemists and enchanters and stuff like that very early on. They have access to some iron down here. I'm going to actually get a torch. They have access to some iron down here, but they don't have They don't have much resourcefulness to actually get everything. Oh yeah, if you wanted to know the stats for the civilizations, let me just go over that real quick. So the notable thing about Yellow is that they basically have at least 1 point in everything, which is cool, and that's why they're the equalists. But their strongest suits are in fortification, speed, resourcefulness, armor, and magic. But those are each only at level 2, so they're not really picking and choosing what they're very strong in, you know what I mean? But they're also not too weak in anything, you know what I mean? So, the light blue glass mages, they have 2 points in population, 2 points in fortification, 2 points in training efficiency, 1 point in diversity, 3 points in resourcefulness, and 5 points in magic. So they are actually more resourceful than I was initially thinking. I think actually, oh yeah, that's right. What's slowing them down is the fact that they've had to go through all this dirt, and without a shovel, each block of dirt is a point against their resourcefulness. So they've been a little slow to start, but they're about to get iron, they're about to speed up, and it's going to be good. But yeah, a level 5 in magic. It's pretty awesome. Actually, looking at the list, that is the only level 5 in Season 2 right now, is these guys with their magic knowledge. So that's pretty exciting. I'm really rooting for this team because I really love magic, but let's continue on to the next civilization. So we're about to venture to the Redstone Assassins. They have 2 ruins near them, and here we are. It is nighttime right now, so can't see all too well, but look at this. They have a cow, so they're definitely going to be able to get at least 1 leather off this. They're also going to be able to get some food, so that'll be good. The Redstone Assassins are definitely going to be very offensive. They're going to be trying to produce as many units as fast as possible and just trying to wipe out the nearest people, and really just hammer them and really try to get ahead while they can. The Redstone Assassins have 1 point in population, 4 points in speed, 3 points in training efficiency, 2 points in diversity, 1 point in resourcefulness, and 4 points in weapon knowledge. So you can see that they're, like I said, they're going to be training a lot of soldiers. Those soldiers are going to be real fast. They're going to be... Damn, that was exciting. They're going to be real fast. There's going to be a lot of them, and they're going to be very well versed in weapons. They only have 1 point in resourcefulness, so that is going to slow them down a bit. You can see that they've only been able to make some ladders, some wooden things. What they're working on is over here. Here it is. They're digging down to this. There's a cave system down here. See this? Yeah, there's a cave system down here. There's going to be a lot of iron, a lot of resources, but they just got to dig down to it first. If you're wondering what the heck I just did, there's a cool mod called Roots. I believe this is Roots 2. You get to imbue staffs with cool abilities, and this is one that I like to use very often to find cave systems and stuff. It lets you go through blocks temporarily, and then teleport you back to where you started. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so yes, this is these are the Redstone Assassins. Moving on. Finally, we have the Green Stonemasons, and before we jump into what they're doing, just wanted to point out that there's ruins right here, kind of equally between green and redstone. There's the Etars. The Etars neutral civilization, and another ruins, which actually spawned like right on top of their civilization. And yeah, you can see it's a very thick, dense forest. You'll see it right now, but I just wanted to show you that aerial view because when you're looking at it from right here, also let me turn it to daytime here. You can see when you're looking at it in the daytime, it just kind of looks like a lot of trees. You don't really notice that it's actually like a perfect square. It's actually a ruins spawn. Why is it a ruins spawn, you might ask? Well, because I was exploring around a little bit, and you can actually see that over here in the corner there is a chest, and that has a bunch of flowers, golden carrots, a bunch of stuff. I think these flowers are going to be used to upgrade certain buildings, mostly buildings that have to do with magic and botany, stuff like that. But you know, it's not that impressive of a loot box, so there's only going to be 5 zombies guarding this. Anyway, here are the green stonemasons. I've had to respawn them. Okay, there are some. They really like getting themselves into corners, so that's what I'm looking out for. Is like, are you guys in corners? What are you guys doing? They have this huge oak tree, which is really nice for them. I forgot to point out just a minute ago, actually, that redstone has a lot of dead trees in the area, which they can turn into charcoal, but they can't really use for wood, so as far as resources go, they're probably the most screwed. But we'll have to see how that plays out. They do have, you know, all the civilizations have quite a large radius to gather resources from, and I've made it so that there's actually 4 types of defense towers instead of 1, and the cheapest defense tower is only like 3 or 5 resource points, so that's really like nothing at all. It is a very small radius, but if they need access to like another tree, then there you go. It's not that expensive to do. So yeah, the greenstone masons, they are going to be obsessed with upgrading things and building things. They're also very defensive. You can see here by their stone wall that they are focused in fortification, but they have the least resourcefulness of all. Green has 3 points in population, 4 points in militia, 2 points in fortification, 2 points in training efficiency, 1 point in diversity, 1 point in weapon knowledge, 2 points in armor. So they're very knowledgeable when it comes to defense, but that's about it. They'll have to improve some buildings to be able to get some more resourcefulness to really defend themselves, but for now, this is what they have to work with. And my greatest fear for green, and I think for blue as well, is they have very large neutral civilizations here. Look at this. Look at this village structure. So, basically, you could ignore the villagers. I think I killed the villagers in this one, but maybe not. This is... I haven't spawned them in because I don't want to make an invisible barrier around this entire place, because that would take a long time. But basically, these... Imagine this very large village just filled with gray, neutral clay soldiers. It's huge, isn't it? So here's the stats on it. There's 104 defenders here. There's going to be a raid every 20 turns, which is just under 7 episodes. There's going to be 10 raiders each raid, and the raiders are going to be decently armed, not too crazy. But you can see, if they take over this town, if they manage to kill all of the soldiers that they have here, green is going to be able to get 130 additional maximum population and plus 7 growth every turn. That is huge. They're going to be growing by at least 8 per turn if they can manage to take over the ETARs. If not, the ETARs are going to be sending out units about every 7 turns, or about every 7 episodes, and it's going to be quite the challenge. Quite the challenge. So yeah, as far as all that goes, that's about it. I don't think there's anything more to cover. If you want to support the project or support the channel, you can do so through the Patreon link in the description below. Aside from that, thank you all for watching. Sevenadventure signing off. Please rate, comment, subscribe, become an adventurer today. I'll see you all in the next episode of the Clay Civilizations Project Season 2. Sevenadventure signing off. Bye.